En la mañana este es el programa que arranca metiendo con todo. En H2 el 97.3 la fiesta se formó. La música con variedad de tocamos desde salsa hasta reggaetón. Un vacilón, este es el show de la mañana en el tapón. Son un bombón, tírame remix, let's go. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show. Esto es el show de la mañana, el show.
Este es el show de la mañana con Elio,
Esther
y Mafer. Este es el show de la mañana, el show. And we are back, fiesteros. Estamos de regreso y en este segmento, en esta cuarta hora, voy a estar yo aquí en el show de la mañana a través de la 95.7 FM, obviamente, con nuestra queridísima Cámara de Comercio. Good morning, welcome, guys.
Hey, good morning.
How is everyone doing? And we have full house. We have Steven, we have Edward, and we, of course, have Edith, our queridísimo president of the chamber. How is everyone doing this morning?
Good.
Very good.
On point. I'm very excited to have you guys today. There is a lot to talk about. We have so many things going on. Me and Steven, we were just chit-chatting, and there is a lot happening in our city. We have so many events coming up. So let's talk about it.
Did you want to give an update, or are you good?
I can always give an update. You know what's really exciting to me? We've been talking about the migration in the state of Florida, and we're watching the growth. So Florida is one of the top states, is the top state. You can take the next four, and they don't even equal to the amount of dollars that are rolling into our state each and every hour. So when we talk of migration of wealth, we're seeing huge influx. Our area is very fortunate also. We're seeing a huge influx, a migration of wealth. A lot of those dollars are coming from South Florida. Mm-hmm. And so as people are moving from South Florida to North Central Florida, they're coming, bringing their businesses, bringing their money, bringing everything. And so it's an exciting time. I was visiting one of our members the other day. They're in a great place. They're up from South Florida. They came up here. Their daughter was going to the UF. They recognize this is a great place to invest. They're building condos in this place. It's incredible. It's going to be a style. There's going to be rooftop entertainment and stuff on these things. They're also building something we have a great need for, graduate student housing. And so these are some of the things that are coming because others are migrating into our area. Mm-hmm. And as we continue to watch that and we see that large, Latino influence and growth that's happening in our community, it's a lot more excitement and a lot more opportunity. And they're bringing things that are different than what we've had in our community before.
I love that update. And you know what? There is a question that comes to my mind. What have you seen in the party? Have you seen people relocating themselves to Alachua County, or have you seen them come here for new opportunities? Kind of like still living in South Florida, but their dad is gone to school. They see an opportunity in here. They're going to open in here. What have you seen in that migration?
We've seen both. So we've seen those because so many people are moving from New York and New Jersey, California, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. They want to get out. Southeast and Southwest Florida, and they come up here. Then we have those who only recognize the area because they bring their children up here to school and fall in love with the area and this is a great place. So we've seen a combination of both, but something that we didn't talk about is we're seeing a lot. So about 80% of the students at UF come from South Florida, and people don't realize that. So we have 60,000 students at UF, 80% come from South Florida. We have 20,000 at Santa Fe College. 50% of them come from South Florida. And what we're seeing is a lot of these students now have been back down there, but as they begin to raise a family and that kind of stuff, they want to come back up here.
Yep. Very, very interesting. And that's very true. That statistic is very rare to see a student, from California, for some other state, far away from here, going to UF. Most of them, you see, they're from South Florida, Miami, Orlando. Very, very interesting. Well, last night, thank you for the update. We love to see, of course, our Latino community, our Hispanic group in the city. So that's very nice, very important. Always welcome in the city. And let's talk about, we are going to have this Thursday, GCM. was one of the events,
Gift
of course.
certificates and more. We've got the founder
the
here with us
Food
this morning.
Fest, another year.
Edward.
Another year. How you doing?
How are you, Edward?
I'm doing good.
Good?
I'm tired, but good.
Another year, another festival. How are you preparing for this one? It's gonna be third year in a row for me. For how many years have you guys been doing it?
So we've done it for a total of 16 food festivals, but we used to do 2 a year. So this is actually year number 10. So so we've done it for a long time. We were doing it with the chamber for almost all of it, if I can remember correctly. From the very first one that we did, it was a really small one. We only had like 12 restaurants, and we ended up getting like 1,500 people for this one.
Wow.
People like their food, man.
Yeah, we were shocked.
Yeah, we were really shocked. We didn't know what to do with all the trash, with everything. People were getting towed. We just didn't think we thought we were going to
protocol.
Yeah, we didn't follow we didn't know what we were doing, and it showed. But that evolved. That was 2016.
Okay.
And then we have this one. We're going to have over 50 restaurants. The Chamber of Commerce is going to be there. I spoke to Joe this morning.
Good.
He said it was going to be there. So we're looking forward to it. We're also going to have, local Hispanic restaurants like Las Carretas are going to be there. Pan Piece will be there.
Lovely.
Miapa, another Cuban. They actually have a new food truck, which is really pretty.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah. They wanted it's such a big truck, though. I told Peter, you're going to have to start paying rent, buddy. You get a 10 by 10, not a 10 by 100.
That's true.
Right? Yeah, and he wants to set up like tables outside. It's like this isn't gonna work like that.
Do you have any new restaurant that comes out of your mind that probably our community haven't tried yet, but they will able to discover that day?
Not so new to Gainesville, but Luke's Bagels is they just got a spot, and they're going to be doing pizza bagels and cream cheese bagels. That's the first time ever they come into the food fest.
Nice.
So we're always excited about that. We also have Baskin Robbins, Raining Berries, which opened up. You guys had a ribbon cutting for Raining Berries.
They'll be on our show next month, actually.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. She's also Hispanic.
Okay.
I think her name is Laura.
Laura and Roberto. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So they have a franchise.
Is Tinker coming out to the food fest?
Which one?
Tinker.
No.
We got to get them out there, man.
I've tried. Yeah. But yes, but for 4 or 5 Hispanic restaurants is not too shabby. Linda Vista, I think.
Linda Vista, I love it.
Luis.
Yes.
Yeah, Luis has been out here before. It's got to try to get a good mixture of local restaurants and also franchises.
Definitely.
Yeah, make sure, like obviously the Texas Roadhouse. You guys know Craig and AJ. They've been doing really good with us. Roadhouse, Dave and Buster's, Medici, and then we also have a beer garden sponsored by IQ Fiverr.
Nice.
They're going to do a really good job.
It's going to be beer and wine?
Beer and wine.
Nice.
Yep. We also have what is the black belt called again? Salominier. I can't never. The black belt for wine. It's like if you're like a really good wine person, it's like a black belt.
Sommelier.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Have a sommelier.
That's what you said. That's right.
I said exactly
Wine
that.
expert.
Wine expert. They call them black belt
Sommeliers. Yeah.
Sommelier. Yeah.
Nice. And we were talking, Edward, that the dynamic's going to be a little bit different this year because it's going to be an open field, right? You just got to get tickets, and tickets are going to be exchanged for whatever you want, depending on the restaurant. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. The way that it works is we're going to have free admission. Before, we had like a gate that people had to buy an entry ticket, and then once you got in, everything was quote-unquote free. Now we get away with the gate, so there's no gate fee, there's no fence. It's free admission.
Okay.
But the food tickets are only $2 each. So there's going to be 7 different ticket booths that you can buy tickets throughout, ranging from Medici all the way down to Celebration Point Avenue. And then what you do is, like, let's say if you want to buy $20 worth of tickets, you get 10 tickets, and then you can go to 10 different restaurants if you want. And each restaurant's going to have a different portion. So if you want to do like, hey, I want 1 ticket, they'll tell you, again, this is 1 portion for 1 ticket, 2 tickets, and 3 tickets. And then it's up to you how many tickets you want to spend in each particular restaurant. If you have 10 tickets, and if you want to go to 10, then you purchase whatever the one is, so everybody's going to be a little bit different, but the food's going to be, regular price, if not a little bit cheaper. And they're not going to charge you way more, way less. It's going to be almost the same. We did that on purpose. The idea of a food festival is for you to try a bunch of different foods, right?
Exactly.
So not just like if you just want to go to Adams, and just go to Adams, right?
As much as you want,
exactly. So Adams.
Spend all your tickets.
You spend all your tickets. Myself just going to Adams Ribs, But yeah, so he's going to be there. So there's going to be a lot. Plus, we also have vendors that are going to be there in between each restaurant. So there's going to be a lot of big guys like Verizon's going to be there. Then smaller companies like the pool company up in Jonesville.
Are you having Gatorland Toyota this year?
Yeah,
as well?
Gatorland's going to be there. Yep. She's also Hispanic, the lady who runs that marketing division. We have Gatorland, and we have We have a Jumbotron this year that's new.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the same one that we brought for the golf tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that Jumbotron is going to be running logos throughout, and then at the beginning it's going to be running commercials from the big sponsors. Yeah.
Good,
So that's going to be really nice. Cox Cable is the sponsor of the Jumbotron, so thanks to Cox. And obviously Jorge with the best restoration. We got it. Speaking of Hispanics, it's like the biggest Hispanic here, I think. Like, yeah, he's like a giant. He's a good guy. And then Comfort Temp, those are my two title sponsors, and the presenting sponsors are Cox. Benny Keith. It's hard promoting Benny Keith because it's a B2B company. So, yeah.
Well,
If you like food, you like Benny Keith.
Right? They don't even know what it is. They're like indirectly, Benny Keith.
But you see the trucks around, you know?
Yeah.
Well, without them, the restaurants would have no food.
Right,
That's right.
Pretty much. Pretty
That's
much.
right.
Yeah. So I remember I was in line one time, some guy, what is this? So the guy said, the food that you're eating is the one that we provide.
Right.
But obviously they're probably one of the ones who are not B2C, they're B2B.
Right.
And then Quality Plumbing. You know, they've been their sponsor. You guys know them well. Quality Plumbing.
Are we going to have some sweets, some ice cream,
There we go.
donuts,
There we go.
something like that?
I love sweets. So
Okay.
we want to make sure, if anything, we're always going to have
cupcakes,
sweets.
maybe.
Gotta have some sweets.
Yeah,
now.
actually, Gigi's Cupcakes, owned by a
Okay.
Hispanic
Oh,
woman.
nice.
Gigi's.
Yeah.
They just got bought out by a
Good.
Hispanic couple.
Okay.
Yep. I want to say Colombia, Venezuela, one of those.
I think they're Venezuelan.
Yeah. Isn't that where you're at?
Yes.
Yeah, your people.
Yep.
So we
No,
had,
she came to the show a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay.
just moved. She relocated
Yes.
here to
Okay.
the town from Tampa, I believe
Yes.
it was,
Oh,
with
nice.
her son and the whole family and
Yeah.
Charlotte the Frenchies. Yeah.
Yes, they actually, believe it or not, in I don't know how Gigi's corporate decided this, but they only have 2 Gigi's locations in the whole state of Florida.
Really?
So I know, right? It's
There
crazy.
used to be a lot of them, I thought.
As far as I know, there's only been 2, but
only
here's-
2?
Yeah, in Gainesville, just in Florida.
Just in Florida,
They're not a really big franchise overall, but this is because we started GCM in Tampa, so we met with the other Tampa people, and I'm like, so they out of Miami, Jacksonville, they chose Tampa, which makes sense, and Gainesville. How does that make sense? And this has been forever ago.
Hey, like I tell you,
know.
Trader Joe's, first place
Yes.
in the state of Florida.
How does that make
Gainesville.
sense?
Hey,
Somebody
we got
knows
the Arnold
something.
Palmer restaurant coming, first one in the state of Florida. Wait,
There you go.
Gainesville, I'm
There
just
you
saying.
go, E. That's what I'm talking about. You're doing a great
Whole
job.
Foods that I know people for a while were complaining about, oh, should we get a Whole Foods,
Right,
Whole
Yes.
Foods?
Foods,
Finally,
that's
it's
right.
here, you
Whole
know what I
Foods,
mean?
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's crazy the stuff that for being as little as we are, but Eric's right. We're definitely growing. I've been here my whole life almost, and I remember when Gainesville was not even a real city. We were like,
Definitely.
we're a ville.
We're a Bill.
Yeah, we're a ville. Like we had, like I went to my first internship. My first time I ever saw what Buffalo Wild Wings was.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this? You know, I had Dockside, so it was good, but I never had a Buffalo Wild Wings till I got to South Carolina. And then we've been having one for, how long has it been? Like 10 years? Somebody was saying,
Easy.
right? It's
Yeah.
crazy to think how long people have been here, but yeah, so Buffalo Wild Wings will be there as well. So like I said, we have a bunch of franchises and we have a bunch of mom and pops. So
Love it.
it's always good to have a combo like that. And going back to the sweets, we have Cold Stone.
Okay.
They're going to be
Nice.
there.
Very
Then we also
nice.
have Carvel.
Oh,
They're going to be in the
Ooh.
kids. Yeah, Carvel's the first time they're going to be doing like a ice cream sandwich for one ticket.
Wow.
They're going to be in the
nice.
kids zone. First time ever too that we get Thirsty Gator.
okay.
Yeah, Thirsty Gator is Alley Cats in splits.
Yep.
They're going to be in the kids zone, and the kids zone Sun Country is the title sponsor, and then Oda B is going to be
Very
doing
nice.
the painting. So we've been very fortunate with a lot of corporate America because without sponsors, none of this works. You can't sell enough $2 tickets to
Definitely.
make this
To
work.
make
this work,
It's
definitely.
impossible.
There would be $5
So-
tickets.
Let's talk about food trucks again.
Okay.
Like it now. We're talking about Miapa's food truck.
Yes.
I need to talk to Peter. I went to that truck during the World Masters
Master
thing.
Athletic,
Oh my goodness.
Pretty, isn't it?
Oh my goodness. That thing is gorgeous. I mean, the food's always been great.
Yes.
But that truck.
The truck is, yeah. It's just too big.
Showpiece.
It is a showpiece.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Well, if you know Peter,
Feels
you
like
know.
Miapa can be anywhere now.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what he
Like,
does.
you don't have to go to them, they come to you.
They could set up chairs and tables and stuff out front. I mean,
do.
it's beautiful.
It is, and they do. They go to Williston, Lake City. If you go to their website, they have a map that tells you where they're going to be, a schedule, in Ocala.
I could tell you, we have the folks with economic development in Newberry. They want Miapa.
I'm sure they do.
They were telling us, Landon and I yesterday, they want Miapa. I'm
Yes.
like,
We got
okay.
one going up in Alachua. They're like, we want one too.
They're like,
Definitely.
they want Miapa.
And they support the events, you know, for business, but at the same time for our nonprofits organization.
Yes.
Like 2 weeks ago, we have one with the Children's Trust of Alachua County, and they have the big truck there, and everyone was super happy from all families. So that's very good to see.
Yeah.
Edward, I have a question for the tickets.
Yes.
Should people get a bunch of tickets at the beginning, or they're gonna be available throughout the festival, like from 5:30 to 9:30?
The best thing is once you get in line, you should probably get what you're going to need.
Okay.
But if you need more, we are going to have 7 booths located throughout. Usually we only have 1 booth because we, like I said, we sold the tickets and you didn't need any tickets after that. But the best way would be buy as many as you think you need. I think if you buy 15 tickets, $30, you should be fine. 20, I'm a big guy, so I will probably do more like 20. You probably do 15. Eric, you're in shape, probably 10.
2 desserts, right?
2 desserts. Desserts don't count. That's a different stomach. I tell people, I'm like a guy. I can eat all I can eat, then I can get dessert.
Definitely.
But I would say 15 tickets per person. And if you have kids, that kind of thing. But if you run out of tickets, you can always buy more tickets.
Now, do the tickets work in the beer garden?
No.
Okay,
the beer garden have their
these
own
are important
tickets.
questions
Yes,
here.
yes, that's a good question. That's a good question. So the beer and wine tickets are sold separately at the beer garden, and we don't pre-sell them because you have to be 21 years old to buy those things.
So
Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
So we have a guy that's going to be checking your ID, putting a wristband. You can't even get a sample of anything. Long drink, by the way. If you guys
love long drink.
Yeah, Ben's done a really good job, hasn't he?
Great job.
That kid's like a superstar. If I was half as good as he was, I think GCM would be $1 billion company. That kid just works. But he's going to be there. He's going to be setting up. He's going to be the only one sampling.
Okay.
And then we bought a bunch of long drinks. I think we bought 500 for this event because last time we ran out.
I was going to say, those go quick.
Yep. Have you guys heard of the Ben Carter Band? Obviously, Elio's going to be there performing like he usually does, but the Ben Carter Band of Preston Nasworth.
Yeah.
He's I don't know anything about bands, but
That's his band?
bass, that's his band. But not the singer. He's one of the guitar players.
Okay.
So he's going to be out there at the main stage. They're going to be doing their thing, and Elio's going to be on the road. So you're not going to hear both of them because they're so far away.
There'll be space.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of space, and we're going to be running that with IQ Fiber, and then it's going to be Bamboo. It's going to be out there selling,
Love Bamboo.
and then Medici. Yep, and again, those are going to be the only 2 restaurants in that area.
In that area.
Yep, and then the kids zone is going to have 3 bounce houses. This one we have a 77-foot obstacle course bounce house. There's a spacewalk. Corey and his team are bringing that, and then Eli and his company Bounce Kings are bringing 2 other bounce houses. Eli and I have been working together for a while. And then we have the royal restrooms because we don't do the porta potties. So and then another thing that's cool this year, have you guys seen the company that does axe throwing? The new guys who just bought?
Yes.
Swamp axe.
They're going Swamp Axe. Yep, they're going to be out there.
A display's going to be out there for people to throw?
I know.
Nice.
Celebration
Not
point
use
of
the beer
frugal.
garden,
Yeah. Actually, they sell beer in that when you go there.
Definitely.
Yeah, they do.
So if it works for them, the celebration point's no, absolutely not.
We just went there a month ago, I'll
you there?
say.
Oh, did
And,
you?
oh my God, we have
Was it
so
fun?
much fun.
Yes.
It was very fun. And
Nobody died?
Nobody died.
good.
They, share with us their experience, how they actually fall in love with the sport, kind of practicing by their own and everything. It was very nice. I think that's a nice place to hang out, have
Yes.
a great time for a little.
Yes.
Distress sometimes with the teens. So I have great
Picture
videos.
somebody's face, Steve's face.
Get my picture off the wall.
Totally.
Hey, I got to ask you, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Gift certificates and more.
Yes.
What is that? Talk about the app a little bit.
Okay, sure. So gift certificates and more. People started calling it GCM because to Steve's points, gift certificates and more. I could have picked a
I'm
longer name.
representing this
You got
morning.
it.
Yes, he is. So people started calling it GCM. It wasn't us, and we're like, I can dig that kind of thing because the name was so long. But pretty much it's an app that saves you money when you go out to eat. And we work with about 130 restaurants. The majority of the restaurants at the Food Fest are part of the GCM app, and the app is a free download that you can iOS or Android, and then you can save between $2 and $3, $4, $5 depending where you go out to eat. And in the form of a gift certificate. So we don't really do coupons for restaurants. We do coupons for other non-restaurants. That's why it's called and more. But if you want to go to the Texas Roadhouse, they have a $3 gift certificate that anybody can use, 1 redemption per person per month. So it does not matter what you buy. It's not a coupon. It's not 3 off of 15 or 3 off of 10. It's $3 off whatever you buy. And if you're a GCM Plus member, then you can save $5. So the app is a free app. Thanks for asking, Steve. The app is a free app that anybody can use. But if you want better deals, then you become a GCM Plus member, and that's $3.99 per month, but it unlocks all the deals. You don't buy one specific deal. Like Dave & Buster's, For the Plus members, you can save $10.
Nice.
Yeah, so you pay $3.99. So if
That's
you,
crazy.
You're
Yeah,
saving.
pays for itself.
That's
yeah,
money.
it pays for itself and then some. If you go to the L House, it's $3 and $5. Medici, $3 and $5. So we have a lot of different restaurants. Bolé, Bolé is going to be out there. They have a $2 gift certificate for the free membership and a $3 gift certificate for the paid membership. So all these different places when you go. Also, Tasiki is going to be there for the first time in a long time. I forgot about them. And I can't
really?
Tasiki.
Nice.
How do you pronounce? Is it Tuyami? Then the guys next to Bolé, is that how you pronounce that? Tuyami, Tumayami. You know the restaurant right next to. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. Tuyami. Yeah.
Yummy?
Yeah.
Oh, too yummy. Yeah,
Yummy.
The boba teas, right? And things. Yeah, I know. what you're talking about.
Okay.
That one.
Are they going to be there?
They're going to be there.
Nice.
Yep, they're going to be there. So and also Jersey Mike's for the first time ever.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Jersey Mike's is going to be there. Yep. So
It's
that's
gonna be
really-
like it's gonna be a
So you
great
have a-
place to have a great time, with
Yeah.
family members. We have kids on as well, so you can take your family if you needed kids to have a great time and try a little bit of everything that we have in our city. In some restaurants that you might love, some others that you might don't know, but you can discover that day.
Yeah. Another big one is have you guys heard of Celsius, the energy drink Celsius?
Yeah, I love those
They're,
things.
they're bringing 3,700 of those. Yeah, they're bringing a whole pallet. Yes.
Are they bringing the Celsius girls?
Yes, they're
Okay.
bringing the Celsius girls, and that's free if you have the GCM app. So you don't have to
Okay.
pay for a Celsius as long as you have the GCM app, and it's going to be a redemption, just like if you were to go to a restaurant and you hit redeem. Also,
Download the app now.
Now.
If you don't have it,
Becoming a
before
member
Thursday,
now.
That's right.
exactly. And then you also get. Have you heard of Insomnia Cookies?
Yes, of course.
Oh, see,
Oh my
I love
God.
when you start talking. I don't drink, so when we had those beer meetings, I don't know what
Yeah.
people are talking. I've heard Yingling and stuff like, but I couldn't tell you what it tastes like. But when you start talking cookies and donuts, I'm like, whoa, that's a different level. I can tell you anything you want to know about that.
Insomnia cookies for my munchies and cravings, when I was
Yes.
going through college. And they
Yes.
open until late at night, so
Yes.
it will be like 11 at night.
Yes.
You'll be like, let's grab some cookies. And
Yes.
I will go to
What a
Insomnia
great
Cookies.
idea you
What
have.
a great
That's the
moment.
smartest thing you said since I got here. Let's get some cookies. Well, they're
Oh
going to
my
be
God.
giving away 500 cookies. They're also going to be there by the first 500 people to show up to our booth. They'll get a free cookie. And then Gatorland is giving away free waters to all GCM members.
Wonderful.
You got to
So
have the app.
You got to have the app. And we have a GCM booth that's going to have the waters and the cookies. And then we're going to have Celsius girls in their booth, and they're giving away the Celsius, but you have to also have the app.
Wonderful.
Yep. Yeah,
Sounds
so it's-
good. And
yeah.
we have for all the fiesteros that are there listening to us, either to our streaming or through 95.7, we have 10 tickets that
There you go.
Edward just give it to us. So if any of you want to claim some of these tickets, you guys can give us a call and we are going to give
Yep.
you a few of them for you so you can enjoy when you go to the Food Fest this
Make sure
Thursday.
Elliot doesn't steal them.
Hopefully, yes.
All I see him do is eating. It's like, hey, you going to be playing anytime soon?
I'll give it to someone. That's true. That's true.
Elliot, work.
Elio. No, we're going to give this to the fiesteros. Y of course, this is going to be this Thursday, the 17th, on
Yep.
Celebration Point,
Yep.
5:30 to 9:30.
Yep.
It's an open place. You have plenty of parkings there. So
Yep.
don't worry
Oh, yeah.
about parking, about anything like that. You just go and have a great time. It's going to be a family event. You can
Yep.
go by yourself, whatever you want to do, but you have options for everything. Food, sweets, drinks, kids on. So you're just
Music.
get ready to have a great time.
Music, yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
And two type of music. We're gonna have Elio
Yep.
play and we're gonna have a band at the same
Yep.
time. So that's very, very good. It's gonna be a
Ben
great
Carter.
time.
He made it very specific, Preston, because I forgot his name. It's the Ben Carter Band.
Ben
The
Carter.
Ben
Nobody
Carter
one's ever
Band.
heard of it. No, it's a Preston. No
Okay.
one's ever heard of this, but sure, I'll make sure I say it.
The
Definitely.
Ben Carter
Are they,
Band.
are they
Yes.
local? We have so many local musicians.
I know Preston's local. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they are. Yeah. But they played in the Food Fest before many
Okay.
years
Okay.
ago.
Good,
And they're
good,
pretty
good.
good. Everybody's good about Preston. So they
Wonderful.
carry the team. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good. So
Don't tell Preston I said that.
GCN Food Fest this Thursday, 5:30 to 9:30, and
Thank you
we're
to the
also
chamber.
gonna talk about a little bit an event that we have tomorrow. Of
We've
course,
got,
That's right.
Latin-
In Kairos?
Yeah.
Yes, we have tomorrow a Latin Chamber meeting, our
Nice.
second this year, right? We have the first at the beginning of this year, but tomorrow, Wednesday, April 16, we're going to have our meeting 5:30 to 7:30 at Kairos. Of course, this is an open event for everyone in the community, and we're going to have a special speaker, Mario Cartaya. He's an architect. He is a former Gator.
Nice.
He's been in the city. He relocated to the city a few years ago, I'll say, and he's now making an impact not just in the Hispanic community, but in the community itself, kind of like giving back, sharing his experience with others. So we're going to be hearing from him tomorrow. He have a presentation ready for everyone, for all of us. He's willing to do it in Spanish, in English, depending on how it goes, and everyone that kind of like goes there. But that's going to be tomorrow at Kairos, of course, where we've been doing our events.
Free to come, right?
Free to come, exactly. We're going to be there. We're very excited. This is sponsored, of course, by the Latin Chamber, Meldon Land, Tu Fiesta Radio. And we're very happy, very excited to have Mario Cartaya. He has such a great story. He have made great impact in this country. And his book, I don't know if you guys have read his book, but he have an amazing book where he shared all the experience from coming to Cuba to being trying to fit in and being part of the society, getting himself educated, and just moving forward, being a great human in this world. Yeah. So we're excited. I'll see you guys tomorrow there.
Hey, we're excited to have Mario back home.
Yes.
Back in Gainesville. We're calling all Gators back home, especially those in South Florida. Come back home.
So you're saying that how many people, what percentage of the people are like from, for some reason I've been seeing a lot of Jersey, like a lot of students at UF are from Jersey. So is that the second most out of
even paying out-of-state tuition, we're a lot cheaper than them going to school up home. So you'll have a lot of people applying from outside areas. But it's still the overwhelming majority all Floridians.
Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, thank you, everyone. I'm just going to share a little bit of what we talk in Spanish. Tuvimos hoy a Edward de GCN. Obviamente vamos a estar teniendo su festival de comida este jueves en Celebration Point de las 5:30 a las 9:30. Este año la dinámica es un poco diferente porque es por ticket. Cada ticket cuesta $2 y esto lo puedes intercambiar con el booth que tú quieras en cuanto a comida. Vamos a tener comida, bebidas, dulces, una área para niños también
galletas,
donde van a poder
helados.
Galletas, helados, donde van a poder tener colchones inflables o sus familiares pueden ir. Y mañana miércoles también vamos a estar con nuestros queridísimos de la Cámara de Comercio en el Latin Chamber Meeting, que va a ser con Mario Cartaya en Kairos de 5:30 a 7:30. Eso se pueden dar cita para ahí. Mario tiene preparado para nosotros una gran presentación, así que no te lo puedes perder.
Nice.
¿Ya?
Qué bonito.
Gracias. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Edward, for coming. You were missing in action.
I know, Steve
But
called
I
me
know
like,
you've
where
been
are you?
busy.
Where are you?
Yeah. But you've been busy.
He never calls me. When he called me twice, I'm in trouble. I was on the phone with Randy. He's like, I'm in trouble. And then I knew exactly what it was.
Definitely. I'm very happy to see the festival is still going, and we're going to be there on Thursday as well.
Looking forward to having. Thank you guys are a huge part of the festival. You guys without the music, it's not a festival.
Definitely.
So you guys do a good job, and I like how you guys have all the kids dance and all that kind of stuff. You guys are a lot more than just a DJ.
Yep, definitely.
You're
Thank
like
you so much.
Fiesta. All right, thank you.
Thank you
for hosting us today.
Of course.
Yes,
thank you for
appreciate it.
Hope
being
Elio
with me.
feels better soon.
I know.
Of course. I'll be back
probably
with
at the
the
beach.
last hour.
Look at his Facebook.
El show de la mañana.
Mira lo que les he hecho a mi camioneta. Esto es tu culpa.
Yo estaba primero saliendo y usted me chocó a mí.
No.
Fuiste tú.
Yo voy a llamar ahora mismo a Jeffrey Meldon, mi abogado.
Jeffrey, mi esposo, llámalo.
Meldon Law habla Jeffrey.
Una mujer loca aquí. Me acaba de tocar la camioneta.
Jeffrey, honey.
¿Un cliente nuevo? Sí, pero un poco complicado.
Saludos mis hermanos latinos, soy Gilberto Santa Rosa y los invito a sintonizar Tu Fiesta Radio.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Chicos de aquí, los quiero mucho.
Soy Camilo. Tú sabes cómo va, te habla Nicky Jam.
Hola, soy Shakira.
Dímelo. Raúl Alejandro. Nosotros somos el grupo Manana.
Soy Melina León y sintoniza en Tu Fiesta Radio.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Yo soy Juanes.
Somos Flor del Tabaco y los invitamos a sintonizar Tu Fiesta Radio.
La variedad 24/7.
Tu Fiesta Radio, celebrando nuestra música. La casa de los latinos en Gainesville, Florida, 95.7.
We're the Martin family, and we've been members of Campus USA since 1998.
It's very important to have a personal relationship with anyone you're doing business with. They don't try to guide you in another direction when they know who you are and what you're trying to do.
I think they give a lot of people a chance that other financial institutions would not.
Everyone, helps you. Make sure you have what you need, exactly what you want, in the way that you want it.
I don't feel like a customer at campus. I feel like I'm a member of their family.
It's moving time in Gainesville.
Other guys, we're on it. We got a job.
Let's do it.
Come on, bring it on back. You got plenty of space. You ain't gonna hit it. Uh-oh.
UF Mover, guys.
On it. Hey, we got a job.
UF Mover, guys. UF Mover, guys. Reliable, fast, professional, insured.